Steinhaffel's Furniture and Mattress. So in addition to the early start, John, we've also got some weather, and that is always good for these players to show maybe more that they can handle some inclement weather.
Yeah, how do you handle possibly a slippery ball? How do you handle your footing out here on Lambeau Field? And how do you handle the early start in the preseason?
Wind is a factor. Rain is coming down. This ball is out of the end zone, and the wind, even though the flags around the rim of the stadium are going toward the right, the wind is curling around and going to the left. And right in the face of quarterback Jordan Love.
And we spoke with Rich Bisacci yesterday about the new addition here to Lambeau Field and how that has affected the wind. And he said it really has a big impact on the north end of the field at that north goalpost. The south side's a little more consistent, but it can get a little hairy down on the field where the Packers are right now.
A.J. Dillon is the running back with the 1st and 10. Bakhtiari not playing, but the starting line is out there. Watson on the move, and Dillon, there goes a flag right off the bat. Craig Rolstad.
False start. Offense. Number 18. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
Okay, Lance, we've been talking about the weather. You're on the field and experiencing it firsthand.
Yeah, when it spritzes down here, it's coming from Lake Michigan. The wind, when you look at the flags at the top of the stadium, going directly south, but it definitely swirls. So it's kind of interesting down here, Kevin and John. Back up to you guys.
All right, Lance, thank you. Stay dry. Dillon back there still. First down, 15, A.J. Dillon. And he finds a hole and breaks a tackle of Kobe Bryant and takes it into the secondary, brought down by Joey Blunt. That's a bulldozing run of 14 yards for A.J. Dillon.
And a nice way for the Packers to come back from that false start on first down, get a chunk yards here. Really good push out of the offensive line. You see Zach Tom washing his man down and A.J. Dillon putting his foot in the ground just like you're supposed to do in outside zone.
Now the left tackle is Rasheed Walker, and he has shown well last week and this week in practice.
Yeah, he's really going a long way for his performance here in camp. Really good performances starting in the Cincinnati preseason game.
Another flag with the 2 tight ends set.
False start. Offense. Number 85. It's a 5-yard penalty. Second down.
That's on the rookie tight end out of South Dakota State, Tucker Kraft.
Okay, we got a couple false starts here early in the game, both by rookies. First by Malik Heath, now by Kraft. And you got a little bit of the nerves going because you have an earlier game than what you're accustomed to in the preseason. Got to settle it down, try and convert this into a first down.
Now it becomes 2nd down and 6 with Dillon remaining in the backfield. And here's the handoff. And he is smothered right there, hit by a couple, including the rookie Patrick O'Connell on a gain of 3, and that will bring up 3rd down. With a look at some of the numbers through 2 games for quarterback Jordan Love.
Yeah, and he's checked boxes, Kevin. Maybe a throw here or there that he'd like to have back. But for all intents and purposes, he's led touchdown drives in the first quarter of both preseason games, looking to continue that trend here against the Seattle Seahawks.
3rd down and 3. 5 defensive backs. Seattle this year is going to play 3 safeties, they say, when all their starters are out there. Love, 3rd and 3, on the move with the pump fake, and he's got the first down. Hurdling a defender, taking the ball outside the 35 to the 37. Love, who is more of a pocket passer, can run, and we saw a gain of 5 right there.
Just a 4-man rush. Nice umbrella coverage out of the Seattle Seahawks on the back end. But this is that versatility that Jordan Love has shown, the ability to get outside the pocket, use his legs, convert on a 3rd down, not just with his arm, but in the run game.
Packers have 22 yards on the ground so far. Took the opening kickoff, and now with Dillon back there still. 1st and 10 for Love. Tight end block. Love on the move, the sidearm throw, and knocked away with a beautiful defensive play. Turned in by Joey Blunt. There's a flag. It's late. They were going for Christian Watson. Late flag on that throw. So they've had 2 penalties on Green Bay so far. This appears to be on Seattle.
After the play, unsportsmanlike taunting, number 35 on the defense. The 15-yard penalty and automatic first down.
Packers looking to take a shot here down the field. A little bit late. Jordan Love had to step up into the pocket. Got him a little bit late on that throw. But hey, if he's going to make a play and get up and show off a little bit, Packers are going to take that very gladly.
John Runyon is playing the right guard. Josh Myers is playing the center. Elton Jenkins is the left guard. Zach Tom the right tackle. First possession of the game into Seattle territory. 1st and 10 for Green Bay. With the empty backfield, Walker the block at the left tackle. Here comes Love again. On the move and chased by Adams and out of bounds. I mentioned before, he is not a running quarterback. That's not the first option for him, but he, as we have seen here on this drive, can run.
Yeah, and normally he runs to throw. That's part of his game, is to extend plays to be able to throw down the field. Again, good coverage out of the Seattle Seahawks, but when the secondary gets their back turned to you as the quarterback, plenty of opportunities to gain chunk yards.
Today's replays, by the way, are presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. So the big play so far, 14 yards by Dillon on the ground, 11 right there for Love. With the 1st and 10 in the first possession of the game. It's A.J. Dillon, DeGuara with the block. He'll sledgehammer his way down to the 33, and Devin Bush, with the gain of 4 right there, makes the stop, the former linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Just a little toss crack right there out of the Green Bay Packers. Got Josiah DeGuara running out in front, acting as the fullback. A couple yards there. Those dirty runs, those tough runs like that, when you can finish them off in style. Now, you got to change a pace back in now. Let's see if Matt LaFleur switches it up.
Manuel Wilson is the new block running back, and it is 2nd down and 6. Here's the jet sweep, and Reed will get the call, and Proctor's ahead, including DeGuara. And that was a nice run, knocked out of bounds. Kobe Bryant makes the stop. The gain is inside the 25. Markham at the 24 of Seattle. And that was a run of 9 and a 1st down on the jet sweep to Reed.
And when you do the jet sweep, it's pivotal. You got to have great blocking on the outside, and they had just that with Christian Watson and Josiah DeGuara, both guys controlling their man, controlling the perimeter, allowing Jaden Reed to get all the way outside.
Reed, of course, the touchdown reception last week. Packers with 6 rushes, no pass completions. 1st down and 10. Walker the block at the left tackle, a little bit out of the reach and incomplete as they were going on the near sideline for Malik Heath, who has been the surprise and maybe the surprise of camp in so many ways, both offensively and defensively.
8 receptions, 111 yards. He leads the Packers receivers this entire preseason in receptions and in yards. And he really has made it a difficult decision as to what to do in the wide receiver room. There's a lot of talent, a lot of young talent. Ryan Dukins, he's going to have his hands full.
He's had some reps with the ones, the starters this week. 2nd and 10. With Wilson taking the ball and the thicket of defenders right there, including Miles Adams on the line. No gain on the play. They're just inside the 25 of Seattle. John, his opening drive began back at the Green Bay 25.
Yeah, nice drive here. You overcame a couple early penalties on your own with some false starts. You took advantage of a discount double check penalty that the Seahawks decided to throw out there. And this is what you want to see out of your one. You go ahead and finish this thing in the end zone. It might be have yourselves a good day here on the afternoon, fellas.
We have the 3rd down and 10. And he swings a ball that is caught on a ricochet, then dropped incomplete. Taylor almost got it, the newly instated running back, so it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they were going on that for the rookie out of Michigan State, Jaden Reed.
Simple, quick game here out of Jordan Love, trying to get the ball out of his hands, trying to get it to the wide receiver. Unfortunately, he let the ball get to his body, did not reach out and try and pluck it with his hands. It bounced straight off the shoulder pads. Something you work on every day, not just a professional athlete. All wide receivers work on that.
Here is the drafted rookie, Anders Carlson, out of Auburn on a 43-yard field goal, which is perfect. Nailed a 52-yarder last week. It's a 50-yard drive without a pass completion for the Packers and Jordan Love, the Green Bay Packers. Trust Chevy on your team. Visit your local Chevy dealer today. 43-yard field goal by Anders Carlson, a good sign after the 52-yarder last week against New England.
Yeah, and you know, we were talking with Rich Bisaccia yesterday, Kevin, and he told us what it's like to be a kicker in the National Football League. There's very few positions that are as lonely as that position.
Malik Flowers, who was signed this week, is the one who returns it. Eric Wilson makes the stop, and here was the kick from last week.
And as you watch that right there, this is what Rich Bisaccia was saying. A quarterback, a punt returner, a kicker, they are the loneliest positions. That's when you will feel most alone on the football field. So it's important to them that with him being a rookie, that they let him know he's backed. He's got people around him. He's got the support, and they're going to weather the storm of tough times and good times. And right now, he's having some good times.
Kenny Clark is on that defensive line for Green Bay. A lot of first-teamers out there. 1st and 10. Charbonnet will take it and wrapped up. And who's riding him down? He's gobbled up on that line by Kenny Clark and a loss of 1. They're back to the 27.
Look at Lucas Van Ness right here. He takes the inside move, creates penetration, makes the running back bounce to the outside. That's when Kenny Clark can get his work done, because now the play is broken down and Kenny Clark can play off the block. Great job there out of the rookie Lucas Van Ness. And then Kenny Clark finally getting some preseason action, making his presence felt early on.
Drew Lock is the quarterback. Came in the trade. It's 2nd down and 11. They go outside. Caught here. Matt Landers has got great speed. Whacked by a couple. Keyshawn Nixon is out there. A starter a year ago. The great all-pro return man out to the 31. John Kuhn in a gain of 4.
Also assisted by Isaiah McDuffie right there. And Isaiah McDuffie's been getting an extensive amount of work with the ones here throughout this portion of training camp. Devondre Campbell with a little ding going on. I believe it's an ankle. So because of that, Isaiah McDuffie gets an opportunity to go out here and show what he can do with the starters.
B.J. Dallas is the running back. 3rd and 7 for veteran Drew Lock, who played at Missouri. Was hurt last week, came off, starts today, and slings a pass which is caught at about the 41-yard line. Good grab right there, and that is a 1st down. The tight end, Colby Parkinson, lassos the pass out to the 41, pickup of 10, and a 1st down for Seattle.
Yeah, Parkinson running a little zigzag route, gets in the wake of the wide receiver before he breaks it back in, gains his leverage over Rasul Douglas. And Drew Lock, he's fighting for a job now in the National Football League. Backup quarterback, he wants to prove his worth, put the throw right on the money.
They think he is a starter. The rookie out of UCLA in a 2nd-round pick. Charbonnet is the running back. It's 1st and 10 for Lock, and again came in the Russell Wilson trade from a year ago. And this is Charbonnet who takes it and slugged on the play. Clark is there, and T.J. Slayton. And Slayton has had a nice preseason, John.
Yeah, really this whole young defensive front has had a nice preseason. Multiple guys getting in, breaking down run plays, and there's T.J. Slayton just running down the backside of an outside zone and able to make his presence felt there.
2nd down and 9. Charbonnet is the back. Packers have 4 in the secondary. Drew Lock will go back. A tight end block and slings it out. Charbonnet, the backpedaling, catching up the sideline and ushered out of bounds. Gets his way to the 47-yard line, shy of the 1st, and he picks up 6. And John, that sets up 3rd down and 3.
Packers here drop coverage, and Charbonnet, who's really just the last resort for the quarterback, just the last option if there's good coverage down the field, which it was by the Packers, dropped that thing off. They tried to shorten this 3rd down short. 3rd and medium now. Seahawks have a lot of different options on what they can do here.
3rd down and 3, and Charbonnet joins the 5th-year quarterback, Drew Lock. Packers now with 5 in the secondary. Outside. Almost kicked off on the play. Carrington Valentine had it right through his gloves. Terrific coverage. Good defense by Green Bay, forcing a 4th and 3. And here comes the Seahawks punting unit.
I can honestly tell you, I'm surprised that's not a touchdown for the Green Bay Packers. Carrington Valentine sitting on Jake Bobo's out route there, trying to declare the sticks as the line of demarcation, hopped that thing as soon as he saw the progression go. Man, that's a shame for that young man.
Michael Dixon, one of the best in the NFL, will punt for Seattle. Reed is back for the Packers. Winded is back, and it is strong. Spitting some rain. Fair caught, 8-yard line. Hang time of 4-4. 44-yard punt by Dixon. Here comes
Kingdom, Largent and Craig and Zorn and, you know, all the, I think Jacob Green.
False start, offense, number 70, 5-yard penalty, first down.
All the old time, Dave Wyman, all those old guys.
Get all the names in there.
That's right, I played with Dave. Never mind. But it was his first game I ever went to as a kid, you know, and it was one of the most exciting times. I love the throwback stuff. Just absolutely, it's just so much fun, and it reminds me of those Kingdom days.
Let's not forget about Steve Rabel, Dave's partner in the Seahawks radio booth. Do such a great job. Jen down on the sideline. The pitch to Zach Charbonnet. Lowers his head. Picked up maybe an extra yard after doing that, but Isaiah McDuffie and the Packers shut that one down after the 5-yard penalty before this drive started.
I love Charbonnet. By the way, a little pitch out here in nickel, seal the edge. But that's what I love right there. Put your shoulder down, put your noggin down, put a forehead on somebody, finish with an extra yard or two. And what a difference that makes from an energy standpoint for your offense, but also, you know, when it comes to those third down conversions that we talked about earlier in this game. An extra yard or two is a big deal.
Block under pressure. Good job by Drew to get it out. Colby Parkinson had some room, but then lost his footing. So third and long coming up for the Seahawks. Kenny Clark there to shut him down.
Nice job by Drew Lock there, because he had somebody right in his face off the edge. Susie turned around. Man, you've got edge presence right there. Kenny Clark in his face. And just having the wherewithal and the presence to get that to your check down to the underneath receiver who's running a little pin flat. It's a big-time play by Drew Lock to save, you know, a big negative right there.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It's a 3rd and 13. Here's Locke. Packers rushing 5. Locke dumps it underneath. DJ Dallas. And no place to go. The Packers defense, now they're playing their starters right now, while the Seahawks are running their 1s and 2s and some 3s in there. And McDuffie, again, second time I've called his name on this drive.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, you just flew from Seattle. You didn't take your ordinary 2-day trip. It's a 1-day trip. You're not playing your starters. Kickoff time here is 12. It is whatever it is in Seattle. I'm not good with math, so.
But it's got to be like 6 in the morning,
It's got to be early, right? So, yeah, body clock stuff, everything is a little bit different right now at the start of this game. A little more energy on the Packers side.
Jaden Reed back deep to receive this one for Green Bay. That's a really good point. Hydration, all the things that the guys usually do on the day before. Reed's going to let this one.
Why things aren't working. We've got to do whatever it is we've got to do. And those are very valuable conversations. And your ability to adjust on the sideline becomes a big part of what makes you good in the NFL. And Pete Carroll has been able to do that over the years, no question.
Got to talk with Drew yesterday as the Packers will hand it off to Patrick Taylor, and he has a nice first down pickup for Green Bay before Kobe Bryant takes him down. But Locke was talking about Shane Waldron and how the fact that he's finally getting to work with a guy for multiple seasons in a row was one of the many reasons he wanted to come back to Seattle. Packers going quickly here on second down. Love had his guy, and Reed couldn't hang on. Want to see this one again. Not sure if it was a little bit behind him, but it looked like hit him in the hands there. Joey Blunt on the coverage.
A little pressure off the left here. Kobe Bryant all the way across the formation. Nice job in the hole making that tackle. I'll tell you one thing about Kobe, just your ability to play multiple positions, how valuable. You can play safety, you can play nickel. It gives you such value. You can play the dime position, which is really another linebacker type of position from a DB standpoint.
Quick pass to the left side, and that'll be good enough for a first down. The rookie out of Oregon State, Luke Musgrave, on the reception.
I think that's one of the things that makes this defense so special right now is all the different versatile players you have in that back end. I would argue that with the length and the speed, is probably one of the best back ends in football right now.
Love almost backed his way into a sack, and he's going to leave that one just a little bit short. Bouncing it in to Jaden Reed, so that one's not going to count. But we can tell the Packers picking up the pace and better pressure here from the Seahawks front.
Way better pressure, and that's where it all starts. You get pressure, but you've got to understand how long it takes to cover. And one of the things that I talked to Eric Yarber, who's a wide receiver coach of the Rams, just the other day, and he said, man, that back end, their length. And what happens with length, you know, you don't necessarily think about it this way, but with that length, those tight windows become tighter. Like every throw in the NFL is a tight window throw, but when you have speed and length, which they have, it just makes it that much more difficult to find open windows for your receivers.
Love found just enough in that window. Connecting with Jaden Reed, Mike Jackson on the tackle for Seattle.
I love Michael Jackson. I mean, you want to talk about just a football player. Guy will hit you, he'll tackle, got great coverage skills.
Hand off to Taylor, who dives forward for another Packers first down. Yeah, Michael Jackson looking to bounce back. Had a little bit of a difficult start last week, but saw the tape, and Coach Pete said afterwards, you know, one of the plays was just, he fell down. Cowboys went back shoulder. It worked out. Going back to him, a bobble, and the catch. Malik Heath, Mike Jack on the coverage once again for Seattle.
Well, this is the NFL, and you know what? They're going to get
first charge timeout. Green Bay.
Not going to be perfect, right?
It's a 30-second timeout.
It's the way it works. Those guys get paid on the other side too, and they're really good. So it happens. You've got to have a short memory as a corner. That's why I could have never played corner. Like if I make one mistake, man, I'm down on myself all the time. But you got to have that short memory. The guy's just a really good football player, and you know you love the story. I mean, he got cut 4 times.
Yep.
Timer, please reset the game clock to 17 seconds. 17.
Twice by the Cowboys.
Thank you.
Right? And so all of a sudden, you know, where people are telling you can't, you're not good enough, no, bam. Last year, he was incredible, and now he's in that competition with Trey Brown and the rest of the corners. Devin Witherspoon, who's the 5th overall pick that hasn't been able to play this preseason yet with the hammy. But he just keeps on performing, and I love that about him. I love watching guys that have a chip on their shoulder, have something to prove at all times, and they never lose that chip. Michael Jackson's one of those guys.
Yeah, Pete said he had the best camp of anybody. They can have a good game here this afternoon. Love launching to a wide open receiver, and it's broken up. Christian Watson had it, and then the Seahawks, including that guy who we were just talking about, Michael Jackson.
Guys, it's perfect. This is kind of weather I grew up in. This is perfect weather. Great football weather.
No doubt about it. Mid-60s. Pretty breezy down there on the field, as we've heard anytime the official has opened his microphone. So Packers moving the football slowly but surely. 22 plays so far to the Seahawks, just 9. Love. Handoff to A.J. Dillon. Bounces out of 1 tackle, and then nicely done by the Seahawks to finish that off. John Radigan in on the tackle. Joey Blunt there as well. Calling Joey's name a lot today. Again, this is his first preseason appearance in 2023.
Yeah, everybody at the ball right now. Bounce it out. Have your corners in there. Guys pursue. Kobe Bryant over the top. It's a missed tackle right there, but look at the cavalry coming. When you have that kind of pursuit at the edge, right, you stop them, you make him move his feet, you make the running back bounce out, and that pursuit can catch up. Really nice job by the Seahawks.
Play action for Love. Pulls it down and is going to run with it. And will smartly slide down about the 37-yard line as the Seahawks were coming quickly from behind.
Well, that pass rush has been really good so far. They haven't gotten to Love, but they've forced him out of the pocket. They've had pressure pretty quickly on Love. There you see the pressure inside again. And that coverage down the football field helps you, obviously. Force the quarterback out. Sitting on another 3rd down. Be nice to get a 3rd down stop here, 3rd and short.
Joey Blunt was just talking about how we've said his name a bunch, and it's his preseason debut here in 2023. The athletic track staff tending to him. Well, and you mentioned the difference between third manageable and third and long, and we'll get to that when we come back. We're going to step away for a minute as Joey Blunt is tended to here at Lambeau.
Fresh produce is the best produce. That's why at Fred Meyer, we invest in local farmers to
quarter. See him shaking his head. Never want to see that.
No, but he was able to get off under his own power, which is always a good sign. So hope for the best for Joey Blunt, because like you said, he's had a really nice first quarter.
Ty Okada has come in, number 39 for the Seahawks. Third and short for Jordan Love and the Packers. They'll go to the left flat, pick up another first down. Patrick Taylor on the reception, but there is a flag on the play.
I think we're going to get an OPI. That'll be good.
Take
Push him back.
Mention that Craig is a Washington guy. Lake Tapps, Washington native, our referee today.
Defense, number 30. That throws decline, play. First down.
Come on, Craig. I was trying to pump you up.
Yeah, I was hoping we were going to get. I was hoping we were going to get that OPI.
Yeah, me too. Instead, another first down for the Packers. And before we stepped away, we were talking about third manageable versus third and long. Packers on this drive, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 3. They've just been clinical so far as they've moved down the football field on this drive. Love looking back across his body. Another first down. Malik Heath, the rookie out of Ole Miss, on the reception. You can see why Green Bay is excited about number 10. Yeah,
this is a really nice throw on the slant right there, but you see that run action, you see the way they do that, and then all of a sudden it opens up that opening between linebackers, between the corners and the safeties, and that's how you get wide open receivers. You scheme it up, you show them the run, you show a heavier formation, and I mean, those are tough things to defend.
14th play of this drive for Green Bay. Love booting to his left, throwing to his left. He's got his tight end. Luke Musgrave takes it inside the 5 for another Packers first down. Ben Burke-Irvin and John Radigan there to take him down before he got to pay dirt.
Off this boot keep action, they flood that area of the football field, so they've got deep and intermediate routes to just throw it to the tight end underneath. Big yardage and doing a good job offensively right now. But again, you can come away with a good feeling if you're Seattle now, working on your goal line, working on your red zone, your short intermediate here.
For the third consecutive game, the last pass thrown by Love is through the air for 6.
And I'm just so impressed by the way he has maneuvered this team down the field on this drive. This drive, which started in the first quarter, then was stopped at about midfield. None of the breaks, none of the fractures, none of the missed passes, none of those things bothered him. Just going back to Cincinnati, same thing, missed a pass in Cincinnati. Finished the next drive with the touchdown. Last week it was the snap over his head. Finished the next drive with the touchdown.
Carlson, and it was blocked. He didn't get it. He's missed a couple. That's the third. He missed a couple in Cincinnati. It was a 15-play drive for the Packers, and on that drive, Jordan Love was 7 of 10 for 60 yards. And as you said, and I think this is a real good point, you said he settled in. Even though maybe it was a sluggish 3 of 8 start, he finishes strong.
Yeah, did the same thing at Cincinnati when he started 2 for 5, finished 7 for 10. Did the same thing last week when the first possession ended with a turnover, bounced back on the next series with a touchdown there against the New England Patriots. Does it again here in week 3. Nice first drive, finished with the field goal, 3 and out on the second drive, but was able to finish this drive, the third drive, with a touchdown. That's great. That shows a short memory. That shows, you know, a comeback-to-itiveness. And Jordan Love right now is showing us he's ready and poised to be the starter of this team.
And any thoughts on the block PAT, and that is the third miss, point after, in the preseason by the rookie Carlson. Well,
it was a heck of a jump by the outside man there by the Seattle Seahawks, and unfortunately it looked like the process was a little bit slow. It was Jackson, the cornerback, who was able to get a piece of it, and unfortunately just too slow of a process there by the Packers.
Jackson was the one who was beaten by Watson in the end zone. Malik Flowers is backing. This with the wind at his back. It will sail out of the end zone. Touchback to the 25. Watch it again.
I don't see a whole lot wrong with that process.
Right.
Just an unbelievable jump off the line by Jackson, the cornerback there, to be able to get his hands there. You normally, as a special teams, expect to block that guy with your process, with your tempo, how fast you get the kickoff. You don't anticipate a guy being able to get off the corner and deflect those balls like that.
The Seattle quarterback remains Drew Lock, who was a starter with Denver. On his side, the running back is DJ Dallas out of Miami, a fourth-round pick 4 years ago. It's 1st and 10 after the Packer touchdown. And Lock will look and throw, and it's incomplete, and they were going for Jake Bobo out of UCLA. There's a flag with the coverage on the play by the linebacker McDuffie.
Pass interference. Defense, number 58. The ball would place at the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
Jake Bobo's an interesting story for the Seattle Seahawks, Kevin. He's a wide receiver, much like Malik Heath, undrafted, came into the Seattle Seahawks. Not many people giving him a chance to make this roster, but because of a couple injuries and a suspension, he finds himself right in the thick of things, trying to make a name for himself, too, in preseason game number 3.
Yeah, played 4 years at Duke. 1st and 10, fake to Dallas. Here comes Lock, and he's got the tight end for a 3rd time. Parkinson, Redwell taken down. Carrington, Valentine allows no gain on the play, John.
Carrington Valentine, great tackle there. Not good, but great. And that's what you want to see out of a young cornerback, and he's done that consistently through camp. If you need to come up and make a stick, you do just that.
2nd down 10, Lock. And outside he goes with the catch. Hit there by Johnson. Catch made by Jake Bobo, whose dad was a quarterback at Dartmouth. And like we said, he's been running with the ones. That means he's with Lockett and DK Metcalf, a pretty good group. 2,000-yard receivers a year ago for Seattle.
Think about the names you just said. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Jake Bobo. Now, I don't necessarily root for people on other teams, but there's something about that kid that I got to root for.
And not the least of which is his name. They're going to crowd it here and go in that rugby formation with a 3rd and 1 and try to push him across. Let's see if Lock is the one to get it. He was a high pick by Denver, and they were really investing in him. And then Russell Wilson became available. Lock wasn't developing with the Broncos like they thought, so they threw him in the trade. And as Pete Carroll was saying, we got a starting caliber quarterback as our backup to the Pro Bowler, Geno Smith. They do not get the first, so it's 4th and 1, John.
The Packers do a great job there. The Seattle Seahawks try to do that little Philadelphia Eagle rugby scrum for the first down. The problem is Jalen Hurts squats about 600 pounds. It's a little different story with Drew Lock back there. I wonder when the last time he put 600 on his back was.
There was some talk by the competition committee if they were going to outlaw that, if they were going to change that you could not do that kind of play, but they shelved it, and it is legal for this upcoming season. In fact, Jalen Hurts, as a timeout was taken by Carroll in Seattle, Jalen Hurts scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl on that play, on that big scrum rugby-type formation.
When you have a quarterback like that, like Jalen Hurts, and you have an offensive line as good as the Philadelphia Eagles are, to get low and to root for a yard or two, he can find that crack, he can find that ability to wiggle and get skinny and use his leg strength to get those last couple inches. We'll see what the Packers defense dials up here for Seattle on 4th and inches. I mean, are you kidding? Listen to this crowd for a preseason game. They're ready. They're ready for the season.
On a crisp and rainy and windy day here in Lambeau, and they're going to bring out the punting unit, so they're going to punt for a 3rd consecutive possession. So the first down total right now, Packers with 11, Seahawks with 2. The punter will be Michael Dixon. And deep back, that man right there, the 2nd-round pick out of Michigan State, Jaden Reed. Boy, they came close. In fact, they may have touched it. The ball flutters. Reed picks it up, scoops it up, and is whacked at the 26. Dixon was pummeled. 37-yard punt and 3.83 on the hang.
Rich Bisaccia is going to love this pressure on the punter right there. But I think most of the contact was made there by the wingman on the punter, which led the ref to not calling anything there. I think that's a good call.
All right, the Packers have a new quarterback, and Sean Clifford is officially named this week as the #2 quarterback. Rookie out of Penn State earns the right. He's under center right now for the first time at the 27, 1st and 10. This is Wilson. Dragged down and hit initially on the play by Ben Burr-Kirven, a veteran linebacker out of Washington, with a gain of 3 by Emmanuel Wilson, 2nd down and 7.
I mean, we're so accustomed to seeing Emmanuel Wilson break chunk plays off that the start of this ball game for him is not what we're used to seeing with Emmanuel Wilson. We'll see how he develops throughout this game as he gets more and more carries. Hopefully the Packers front line can get some holes opened up for him, see what he can do in the open field.
Packers have made some changes on that line. We'll update that for you in a second. 2nd down and 7 for Clifford. He was the 11th quarterback drafted. Cora with the block. Run right there by Wilson. Trying to go outside and cut, and only picks up a meager yard. John Runyon has become the new center. And that's one of the things the Packer offensive line group loves to do, is cross-train, so the guards are playing tackle and tackles are playing center. In this case, their starting guard is at center.
And when you have 2 of the most versatile linemen in the league, in Elton Jenkins and Zach Tom, to be able to play a multitude of different positions, why not use them as an example to try and cross-train the rest of these young linemen?
3rd down and 6 for Sean Clifford. 5th-round pick out of Penn State. On the move, needs the 37. He's got the first down on the fly. Runs his way to the 42-yard line. Another good run by a Packer quarterback. Love had a handful of them. A gain of 10. Clifford picks up the first down.
Seahawks try and do a stunt here in the middle, and look at the seal by Sean Ryan. It leaves the lane for Clifford. When he pulls the ball down, he can easily escape right up there through the B gap. Nice blocking by the middle of the Packers offensive line.
Matt LaFleur was talking about the mental makeup of Clifford. Game is not too big for him. You saw it on that play right there after the run of 10. Taylor the back, 1st and 10. Outside they go. It's Kraft. As he sheds a tackler, goes to the 50-yard line. Brought down on the play by Okada. Tucker Kraft, who was a 3rd-round pick out of South Dakota State. They were the FCS national champs last year.
Tucker Kraft, the second one in the Bash Brothers. That's what I'm calling him and Luke Musgrave. These 2 jokers, they just go out there. They practice hard every day. They play hard every day. They're getting better at blocking too, Kevin. That's the most important part. That's where the biggest jump's going to be for them. The hardest part of learning how to play tight end in the NFL.
Taylor remains the back. 2nd down 1 for Clifford. Taylor made a miss in the backfield and swerved for the first down and hit by Gotel. On that defensive line, that's a gain of 2. So the Packers this week released Jake Hansen. The center, Josh Myers, being praised for his improvement, and they felt he had to be more consistent. Now Runyon in there as the center.
Yeah, and they're trying to figure out who the back end of that room is on the 53-man roster, Kevin. So they got to figure out not just can you play one position good, but can you play a multitude of positions good in case we have an injury during the game.
Sean Ryan is playing the right guard now. Taylor remains the back. A 1st and 10 and a quick throw, and caught outside Toure. And he picks up a couple on the play. Bryant makes the stop. And today's ground game stats are powered by Senex. Impressive numbers so far, John, for the Packers, both running backs and the quarterbacks.
Yeah, you're going to like to see that right there. That's a big chunk of runs already this early in the ballgame. 17 attempts by the Green Bay Packers and Matt LaFleur. We're expecting them to run more this football season, and they're doing just that here today.
31 of those 83 yards by Packer quarterbacks. Here's the run, and going is Taylor. Flag on the play. Jordan Ferguson makes the stop at the 39-yard line of Seattle. That'll be on Green Bay. By the way, those ground game stats you just saw, powered by Senex.
Holding. Offense, number 70. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
That's on Royce Newman. Be sure to stop at your local Senex and stock up on snacks for your next Packers game. Senex, the proud petroleum partner of the Green Bay Packers.
As you see, Royce Newman is in perfect position. He doesn't need to get his hand outside on that shoulder pad. If he keeps it inside right here, when that backer tries to disengage from him, he could just give him a little shove, push him away. The running back already has plenty of room to get down the field. That's one Royce Newman would like to have back.
Spot foul, so it's second down and 16. It's Clifford. Screen pass. Wilson. Block. Runyon. Driving inside the 45. And hit by a couple, including Okada in the secondary. Put him at the 44 of Seattle. That is a catch and run of 10.
Does a great job here, Emmanuel Wilson does. You wait for the lineman to get out in front of you. You see how he waited for Runyon to get out in front of him before he released on that screen. That sets the timing up good. That gets you on the sidewalk or the numbers where the running back's target aiming point is, and then he can set up the blocks for the lineman. Great job splitting this thing in half before third down.
Josh Nyman is the right tackle. And here's the run on third down and 6. And Wilson continuing to try to dig his way. And does to the 39, ends up a yard or two shy of the first on a hard-earned gain of 5. The player from the Division II AA Fort Valley State.
And it wasn't just him chugging along there, pushing that pile. You had Runyon in there. You had Newman in there. You had Ryan in there pushing that pile. And offensive line coaches love that. They love when they get dirty and finish those plays on the ground.
4th and inches. Newman tries to go in, and then was hit by Jordan Ferguson down low. And it looks like he's going to be short down in 10 at his own 39 with DJ Dallas, the running back. Second and third teamers out there right now, and this is Dallas, a veteran. And he scampers his way near a first down, gain of 9 as he takes it out near midfield. The Packers safety position, who's going to play opposite Darnell Savage? That is still in play, isn't it, John?
Well, Matt LaFleur came out this week and said it's most likely going to be Rudy Ford, but it was an open competition for the majority of practice, majority of training camp, that is.
Second down and 1. Here comes Dallas. Big run into the secondary and finally hit by Jonathan Owens. Takes the ball down to the 25 of Green Bay, rumbling for 27 and a Seattle first down.
Isaiah McDuffie getting a little bit too nosy there, a little bit too busy with the block. Got to try and find a way to get off that thing and get into the gap.
It's Dallas again. It's a nice cut. He's inside the 20. Seattle's first time in Green Bay territory. Gain of 5 right there, down to the Packer 20-yard line. Second down.
Now they're going to try and run a little hurry up here, bust a couple runs, get the defense a little tired, get them a little off balance. Don't let them sub. That's the most important thing when you run the hurry up, is you don't let the defense sub.
5 in the Green Bay secondary, second down, 5. Dallas again jumping on his back from behind. Enagbare, who had a couple of sacks last week against New England, a gain just inside the 19, about 1.5 yards, John. It'll be third down.
Good job there out of Enagbare. Shed the block of the tackle, work his way inside on that inside run. Be able to keep this thing to a manageable third down for the defense.
The defensive coordinator for the Packers, Joe Barry, is still up in the booth. And we talked to him the other day, and he says he likes being up there. Running back is Sir Roderick Thompson. Rookie free agent out of Texas Tech. Offers a block, 3rd and 3, locked to the air into the end zone. Bobo! Touchdown! Beats Ennis Gaines. What a throw, but what a catch by the rookie out of UCLA. An 18-yard strike, and Seattle is on the board.
Seattle getting all the Packers secondary to look at the left side with that jet sweep action, then run Bobo through all the traffic across the field. And Bobo, we talked about him. He's an interesting character for this team. He's got an immense amount of production already in this preseason. He's a guy, the reason he didn't get drafted is because he didn't run a fast enough 40 time in his pro day.
He was 4.99, amongst the slowest they've ever recorded for a wide receiver. But he's 6'4", sure-handed, and a terrific learner. And there's the extra point put up and in by Myers. So Seattle in the first 3 drives only accumulated 33 yards. Pete Carroll loved that one. 61-yard drive. And Bobo who's among the leaders in the NFL preseason, just adds to his legend, and right now he is running with the #1 wide receivers. This rookie free agent who played 4 years at Duke, last year played with Chip Kelly at UCLA to learn the pro offense, and it has paid off.
Yeah, and you say 4.99. Well, you know who else ran 4.99?
Did you?
This guy.
Yeah, but you're not a receiver.
This guy. Hey, I always said this, and it's a little different for wide receivers than it was fullbacks, okay? But you have a 40 time and you have game speed. You have little cheats that you can do on a football field to gain a step on a guy. Right there was a little bit of the game plan, a little bit of the play call there that got him the step. But he finished it off, Kevin. You got to give these guys props where props are due. Nice route, nice catch by Bobo. Packers defense finally letting up a touchdown here in this football game.
So we're closing in on the 2-minute warning and the subsequent kickoff. One timeout apiece for each team. Toure is back there to get under it, into the wind and into the end zone. With a touchback to the 25-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 coming up on the Software One halftime report. One-on-one with Rashawn Gary. And good to see him off the PUP and back out there. 11-on-11 drills this past week. Give you some first half highlights and stats. And of course, our terrific sideline man and the host of this broadcast, Lance Allen. We'll talk with the head coach of the Packers, Matt LaFleur, on this final weekend of NFL preseason.
Oh, Rashawn Gary, I'm telling you what, Kevin, he looks good, man. I cannot wait to see him in about 2 weeks down there, 3:30 Central Time in Chicago.
We listen to that broadcast. 1st down and 10 with Taylor in the backfield, and Clifford remains the quarterback. It's Taylor with a sweep and a block there by the tight end Kraft. And he works his way for about 5. He's out near the 30-yard line of Green Bay. Clock ticking, 1 timeout apiece.
Packers catching another edge there, able to capitalize on the scheme of that run play, and Tucker Kraft with a great block in the open field took his man all the way to the sideline, and because of that, Patrick Taylor was able to just hit it and go. Hit it and get it. That's what he did.
Walker is the left tackle. Hyman is the right tackle. There's Kraft in motion, 85. It is 2nd down and 5 for Clifford with the timeout remaining and closing in on the 2-minute warning. Taylor shifting gears, looking for a block, and brought down on the play after he swerves into Bofield. Amazing. Just amazing. Packers have a timeout, 3rd down and 1. Clifford is there, quarterback keeper, pushed by his tight end. I think he nudged his way, John, past that 35 for a Green Bay 1st down.
Yep, it's a copycat league, Kevin, and we've seen a lot of these. Put your tight end in motion, have him push the quarterback, put your tight end in motion, let him take the snap and run the quarterback sneak, and Matt LaFleur took it right out of somebody else's playbook, executed it here.
1st down and 10. Clifford to the air, caught by Heath. Grabbed about the 42-yard line, hit right there by the starting cornerback, Michael Jackson. Gain of 6, 2nd down 4. They think the secondary, by the way, of Seattle is as deep as they've had there in a long time. 2nd down 4. Clifford again, time in the block, right on the Scrooge, caught by Toure. And cramped there by Kobe Bryant. He's down to the 44 of Seattle. 1st down pickup through the air of 14 yards.
Sean Clifford gives 0 rips about anything. He just comes out here and plays football. It's impressive the way that he can manage this offense as a rookie.
Record center at Penn State. Handoff, 1st and 10. Grabbed there by Levi Bell out of Texas State. No gain on the play with the big hit on Wilson. It's a 2nd down. Our replays today presented by Ticketmaster. Now 2nd down and 10. Ryan to block at the right guard. Clifford going deep and looking for Heath, and double teamed over there. An incomplete steal among others with the coverage in the secondary along with Okada.
As Clifford's trying to finish off a 2-minute drive here, you know, we were speaking with the offensive coordinator, Adam Stenovich, yesterday. He said Clifford, he just goes out there and balls, Kevin. He doesn't entirely understand the complexities of the offense, but it doesn't matter because he's going to see what he sees and play football as hard as he can. And it's impressive just the feel that he has for this game to be able to have such success while still being so young in this offense.
3rd down and 10. Zach Thomas, the center, offers a block and going deep and incomplete for Toure. And again, he had heavy coverage down there, led by Artie Burns and others. 4th down and 10. Clifford was a 4-year starter at Penn State, like we said, the 11th quarterback drafted. And he remembers all of the 10 guys drafted before him. So the punter, again, will be Daniel Whelan. And the first time he punted, and this is Green Bay's second punt this afternoon, sailed 58 yards into the wind. Now he has got a wind-aided punt coming up. And they're going to signal for the fair catch, which is made by Winston. Hang time was there. Flag has been thrown. Ball is down at about the 12, so it was well placed by Whelan. He played in the XFL and is now in the Green Bay camp, originally undrafted and in the camp with New Orleans a year ago. Seahawks were in the playoffs a season ago, and the surprising performance by their quarterback, Geno Smith,
offside,
led the way.
Defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
They'll repunt.
And now we're going to have a chance at a long field goal.
Yep, that's right. He is going to go for with the wind, right?
Yes.
It's 57 yards. The punter ran out there, Whelan, then they quickly reeled him back, and they put Carlson out there. So it's Carlson trying what will be a 57-yard field goal. He was first-team All-SEC. His brother Daniel, of course, the first-team All-Pro kicker for the Raiders. 57-yard field goal. And a timeout taken by
second charge timeout. Seattle. Just a 30-second timeout.
Well, there's no question about his leg. And the Packers, as we've talked about John this summer, seem to be in the camp of we're going to be patient with him as he learns this business of NFL kicking.
Yeah, and the most important part of that is it's a lonely position to be a kicker, and it's especially lonely when you're a rookie and you're trying to figure this thing out. And if you identify that this man has an immense amount of talent, you want to groom that talent. You want to let it grow. You want to let it flourish. That's what the Packers are trying to do here with them. A 57-yarder, Kevin. That's going to go a long way to making you feel comfortable.
He knocked in a 52-yarder last week against the Patriots from 57 yards away. Wind aided, and it is a stiff breeze. Here he goes, and he's going to get it. 57 yards. Woo, wow. That was a beauty. He knocked that all the way to Sheboygan. Man, oh man.
That's going south. He kicked that ball north, Kevin.
Oh, that is north. That's right.
He kicked it to the UP.
He knocked that to Fish Creek.
And the Packer fans, with half a standing ovation roster, a much bigger roster, but some will inevitably go.
Wind is blowing so hard here in Lambeau. They got to hold the kickoff, and here it goes. And Cade Johnson lets it go into the end zone with the third quarter. Brought to you by Hupy and Abraham. Tell them you mean business. Visit Hupy.com today. So Drew Lock will begin this second half. The veteran quarterback in 5 years in the NFL with a 1st and 10 at his own Seattle 25. So we've talked about the other safety position, and it looks like right now Ford has got that. Rudy Ford. He was with the ones this week. He's not in there right now, but who will be maybe the third safety? Darnell Savage. And of course, we haven't even talked about Eric Stokes, who's been injured and probably will begin the season on that list with the 1st and 10. And a quick handoff right here. Nothing doing for SaRodorick Thompson out of Texas Tech. Nice play by Tariq Carpenter, who's making the switch on defense in his position.
Tariq Carpenter through the line of scrimmage, and Brenton Cox from the edge here shut this run play down. That's the type of speed that Brenton Cox has been putting on film these last couple preseason games. He's in a battle for a roster spot as well as an undrafted guy.
Carpenter was drafted as a safety, switched to linebacker. That's where he is right now. Losing 2, second down, 12-4. Seattle at their own 24 with Drew Lock. And the draw. Thompson grabbed again behind the line. Brought down. Kobe Wooden was there among a couple others, and Carl Brooks. Those two young players have been absolutely terrific and revealed a lot, and they could be so meaningful, John, during this upcoming season.
Yeah, young guys on the inside, young guys on the outside right now. A bunch of really hungry pass rushers here, dialed up for a good third down. Will Seattle have the protection to be able to give Drew Lock time, or will they try and resort to a screen pass after those two quick pressures in the run game?
Packers have 5 in the secondary, and Drew Lock will look into a 3rd and 12. Needing the 35. With time, pressured by Wooden. On the move, got another block. And here comes Lock, and he's got his receiver, but he was on the chalk and out of bounds. Caught nonetheless by Cade Johnson. Injured last week, missed it. Lock did a great job of getting free and throwing that pass.
Yeah, Packers dodge a bullet there defensively, only rushing 4, not able to get home, even though they got some pressure there. Drew Lock, man, that's a heck of a ball thrown right there in stride as he's getting outside of the pocket. Packers lucky that one wasn't converted.
Some people think he's better on those off-schedule plays, John, than anything else, Lock. And he was, going into last year after the trade, he was up for the starting role. Injured, and then Smith won it, and of course Smith then had the Pro Bowl season. Toure back, fair caught, 30 on the back pedal, and concentrating with a lot of traffic and congestion around him. A 45-yard punt by Seattle's Michael Dixon. We step aside with the Packers on top by 5. Here at Lambeau Field, Packers get it after Seattle punts. First down and 10. And the run here with Emmanuel Smith, and he's brought down immediately by Ty Okada from Montana State. Losing 2, second down and 12, John, coming up.
And for all the praise that we've given the wide receivers this preseason for their blocking, that's one Malik Heath missed. The safety rotated down in the box and engaged when he saw the run. Malik Heath a little slow to get to him. Did a good thing by not blocking in the back or getting a penalty, but that's the man who made the play.
Wilson on the move. Quarterback Sean Clifford. Good end of the first half. Hit here as he throws. Wilson outside and shoved out of bounds as he was moving. Levi Bell got the rookie free agent Emmanuel Wilson. Losing a yard. 3rd and 13 on the line now. Caleb Jones playing left tackle. Ryan at the left guard. Empey at the center. Royce Newman at the right guard. And Nyman remains, John, at that right tackle.
Yeah, and again, shuffling of the deck, and you want to get Caleb Jones in there because you want to give him a chance with that long wingspan, put some more stuff on tape, make you feel a certain type of way about him as you go into these last cuts.
Into the win, 3rd down and 13 for Sean Clifford. Good time, long throw, and incomplete. Heath. Coverage across the way by Jarek Reed out of New Mexico, a rookie and a 6th-round pick. It's incomplete. It's 4th down, and the Packer punting unit on the field.
And Clifford threading a needle here, taking a risk, taking a chance, but that one hits Heath. You want to see him come down with that football. Look at that. Up over the 2nd-level guy in front of the 3rd-level guy. That is a big-time throw right there out of Sean Clifford.
First time today we've seen Pat O'Donnell. 10-year veteran, last year's punter for the Packers, back there to punt into the wind. The back is Tyjon Lindsey. Count. Yeah. Smile moment of the game brought to you by Invisalign Clear Aligners. The official smile of the Green Bay Packers, and after the punt, Lock back to throw. 1st and 10, batted down. They're playing volleyball out there, low pass, and Lock had it swatted away. 2nd down and 10.
Carl Brooks doing a good job here, getting penetration and getting those big mitts up. Big hands, get them up there, create the tipped ball. Sometimes you get lucky and get an interception on it.
He was a top 10 sack man in the college ranks a year ago. 2nd and 10, incomplete. Up the middle, a couple receivers had a chance at that, including Tyler Mabry. It's incomplete, and 3rd and 10 for Lock.
This second line for the Green Bay Packers, they're going to continue to get pressure. They're hungry right now. They're going after the quarterback like they have in the last few preseason games. Not a lot of sacks so far, but a lot of pressure already for these young guys.
Keyshawn Banks is on the edge. They got Wooden and Brooks on that line, counting on those rookies this year. 3rd down and 10 for Locke. Thompson is the back. Pressure on Locke. Swings it to the far side. Broken up and incomplete. Nice play. Broken up by Corey Ballantyne. And Locke 0 of 4 to start this 3rd quarter here in the 2nd half. And the punting unit goes out there for Seattle.
Corey Ballantyne able to get his hand in between the receiver's chest and the ball as he's trying to bring it in. If you can't get there before the ball gets there, you get your hand in between when the receiver's trying to tuck the football. Easy way to knock that away, but not an easy move to make. Great job out of Corey Ballantyne.
2 3-and-outs for Seattle. With the punter, Michael Dixon. Winded is back. Toure is back there. And we'll get the catch in the back pedal at the 21. Hang a 4-5-6. Here comes Toure. Drilled on the play by Jordan Ferguson. So we talked earlier in the game about the defensive coordinator Joe Barry leaving the sideline for this preseason and up in the booth once again, John.
Yeah, and I thought it was amazing when we got a chance to talk with him. 22 years of coaching football. He had never stepped foot in the press box before until this year. And it was Matt LaFleur's guidance and how he liked to call plays that led Joe Barry to call around to his compadres around the league. And it was, in fact, Dan Quinn who convinced him, yes, you need to go up there. You need to give this a try. He's tried it. He's loved it. He's going to stay there. He might put a couch in there.
Is the new running back out of Saginaw Valley State. He gets the pitch right there. DeCora with the block. Also blocked by DuBose. Wide receiver and tight end fullback blocks. And he's out there for a gain of about 11. And he runs out to the Green Bay 41. McCrary was originally undrafted by Baltimore, was on their practice squad. Then he was on the Denver practice squad. Last season a bit on the Denver active schedule and played in a couple of games. Carolina's practice squad with Cleveland earlier this year. Now he's in the Green Bay camp. Nate McCrary. 1st and 10, just had that 11-yard run. With a couple tight ends. It's going outside to Kraft. He was grabbed as he was on that sideline by Jarek Reed. And he's losing about a yard on the play inside the Green Bay 40.
Seahawks there did a good job of being able to pass that off with their zone coverage. The Packers running the little split flow there, tight end behind the line of scrimmage, trying to create some confusion. Seahawks were just in a good call for that one.
Running back now is Emmanuel Wilson. He's the one who had the 2 touchdowns against the Bengals, including an 80-yard touchdown run in the first preseason game. 2nd down, 12. Clifford. Good block by Ryan. And Clifford to the air, knocked away by Artie Burns, the veteran. As they were going to the tight end, Tucker Kraft.
Not a lot of room there for Sean Clifford to find anybody. See him look down. Once your eyes come down off the receivers, the clock has gone off in your head. You start worrying about the rush. Good thing there to get rid of the football, give his receiver a chance one-on-one.
Sean Clifford, number 4 all-time in Big Ten football history in touchdown passes, number 5 in passing yards. Here he goes. DuBose on 3rd and 12. Got it and wheels inside. Jacob Sykes out of UCLA will make the stop. 47 at Green Bay. Gain of 8 brings up 4th and 4. And once again, O'Donnell and the punting unit go out there for Green Bay.
And there is a punt battle going on right now between Pat O'Donnell and Whelan. And you didn't see it coming at the start of training camp, but it is here, and it's a full competition even going into today. Sometimes it's not about how far you can kick, but where you can place, and we'll see if Pat O'Donnell can fit this one inside the 20, inside the 10.
O'Donnell came to Green Bay last year as a free agent, and of course he's the Bears' all-time leading punter. Their franchise history. Allowed to go bouncing into the end zone. Drew Lock, 1st and 10. Batted down! Brenton Cox, the rookie free agent out of Florida, who went to Florida and started 2 years there after transferring from from UGA. Carl Brooks with pressure as well. 2nd down and 10.
Brenton Cox, one of our players to watch going into this one, has now, since he entered the game, got a couple hits in the backfield on ball carriers. And just like week 1, where he was able to get his paw up, knock the ball into an interception, does the same thing there.
Thompson on 2nd down and 10, running outside and stiff-arming his way, it looks like, for a 1st down into Shamar Jean-Charles. He'll be at the 16-yard line. He does get the 1st down. That's a run of about 11. So now they've got the pace sprinkled into their offense. No huddle here. They're going to let Locke, who is out of the Kansas City area. He was the Kansas City High School Player of the Year, 6th best high school quarterback nationally. Then he chose Missouri. 1st and 10, pressure there. Pressure coming from Colby Wooden. The 4th-round pick out of Auburn on that line for the Green Bay Packers. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Colby Wooden sniffed this thing out very quickly. Didn't even hesitate with the offensive line's play action. Good job there. Hey, he's been doing that a lot this training camp, too.
Yes, he has.
He and Brooks, Brenton Cox, Keyshawn Banks, they've all been popping up here on film.
Locke has not completed a pass in the 2nd half. 0-6, 2nd and 10 until right there. Finds Cade Johnson out of South Dakota State. And he's up to the 22 and picks up 6 on the play. Locke had worn number 3 as the quarterback at Missouri. He had worn number 3 with the Denver Broncos. But when Locke was traded to Seattle, he thought, you know, in respect to Russell Wilson, who wore number 3, I'm going to switch my number to number 2.
That was nice of him.
That's what they do at Shippensburg State, right? And is anyone wearing your number?
Oh, 100 guys have won it.
3rd down and 4. With the empty backfield, and here they come. Locke. Incomplete. Cade Johnson could not hold on. Pass looked difficult to catch anyway, and Locke and that offense walk off again. Here comes the Seattle punting unit again.
Cade Johnson slipping, trying to run a return route there. Slipping, falling down when Drew Lock was trying to lead him. Packers had that thing pretty well covered regardless.
Yes, indeed. You know, there's a lot of talk who is going to wear the green dot on the helmet. And normally Campbell would, but he's been injured with an ankle. And so that has been one of the big things talked about this week in camp, is who is going to wear the green dot, which is the communication with the sideline. Toure is going to field this punt. That wing grabbed it. That's tough.
New quarterback, so many new weapons on the outside to use, so many new pieces on this entire football team. But offensively, they don't have a whole lot of tape on Jordan Love to be able to prepare for. Matt LaFleur has a whole toolbox he can open up.
Couple tight ends. Sean Clifford is the quarterback, the rookie out of Penn State. 1st and 10. Here comes Wilson. Gobbled up as he takes it inside. Levi Bell allowing no gain. They stay at the 28. 2nd down and 10. So, and you mentioned this earlier, the resiliency of Love, that maybe to start a game or even start some of the practices a little bit off, but his ability to kind of collect himself and find some positives has been kind of the hallmark of this summer.
Yeah, and he hasn't started slow, but he hasn't started fast. None of his touchdown drives came on the first drive, which you would like to see eventually, but he bounced back from some field goals and some unfortunate events with the fumble last week. So, yeah, he sticks to it.
2nd and 10 here on the corner. Goes Emmanuel Wilson. Running out of bounds, but has the 1st down, we think. Let's see what they're going to always say. He stepped out early. Looked like maybe he had turned the corner. So he's going to be about 2 yards shy, just beyond the 36, officially at the 37. The spot was a little bit off. Anyway, 3rd and 1.
Sean Ryan and Royce Newman with the cavalry coming around the corner there, both pulling around the outside, getting engaged with their men. That's the first run for Emmanuel Wilson to really be able to show his speed today.
James Empey remains the center. 3rd down and 1. And here comes Clifford, the quarterback, and sniffing it out. Good job right there. Jarek Reed, a rookie out of New Mexico. And it is 4th down, and Green Bay's punting unit with Whelan will come out and deal with this 4th down play.
Now, Sean Clifford was reading the defensive end right there, and from that aspect, he read the play correctly. However, you got to read through that first level and to the second level. There was a safety who now had contained because of the defensive end rushing inside. So he needed to see through that second level and to the safety in order to know whether his read was correct or not.
6'5", Daniel Whelan will punt for Green Bay, the Big Sky Conference average champ. And this will be in the end zone. And wisely, I note that the deep back man, Tyjon Lindsey, let it go back there. 67-yard punt by Lindsey. Today's turning point of the game is brought to you by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers. The Toyota National Sales Event is on. Toyota, let's go places.
Yeah, and it's the defense coming out here in the second half with back-to-back 3-and-outs. You see Brenton Cox going in there making some plays. You see Corey Ballantyne on the outside knocking balls away. And again there, the defensive line, this second group, this young group of defensive linemen, the Packers are going to have a lot of options, a lot of decisions to make here come Tuesday.
So Roderick Thompson is the running back for quarterback Drew Lock, and it's 1st and 10. Each team has had it 3 times. Each team has punted 3 times. Thompson outside. There goes a flag. After the tackle was made by Shamar.
Holding. Offense, number 78. That's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Stone Forsyth out of Florida picked it up. Now 1st and 20.
See right there, Keyshawn Banks trying to keep that outside leverage. And there was a reason he wasn't able to keep it. There was one last tug, one tug too many there by the tackle.
1st and 20 back at the 10. Packers have 5 in the secondary, and Locke will throw right into it. Goes a little bit low, and it's grabbed right there by the tight end, Griffin Hebert, out of Louisiana Tech. The tight end gets 6 on the throw by Locke, making it 2nd and 14. He's just outside the 15-yard line. Last name like Hebert from Louisiana. I wonder if he is related to the former Saints quarterback, Bobby Hebert. 2nd and 14. Here they go to Nat Landers. He's out of Arkansas. And he was a free agent, and over there, Levitt is the one to bring him down. They go to the 23, picks up 6, bringing up 3rd down and 8.
Packers trying to be aggressive there, bringing Jimmy Phillips off the edge. We saw him get some pressure in earlier preseason games that way. Force the ball out of the quarterback's hands early, ensure yourself a short pass and a guaranteed 3rd down.
Packers have 6 in the secondary. 3rd down and 8. Lock underneath. And he's got the tight end, Tyler Mabry, out of Maryland. But he's going to be short by about a yard. Hit by a couple, including the inside linebacker, Tariq Carpenter. And here comes the punting unit once again for Seattle. There's a look at Joe Barry, kind of right through that reflection there. You get a chance to see him out there to punt again, Michael Dixon.
All of a sudden, the sun decided to come out and shine on the field today.
It's going to warm things up a little bit.
Sorry, Touré is going to have to focus on making his catch.
And that is right in his face, isn't it? My goodness. Punt by Dixon is away. And Touré into that sun, makes the catch at the 30, dances a bit. Hang time of 4.53 by Dixon. And the return is out to about the 36-yard line by Touré. It's a 7-yard return and a 41-yard punt. Well, the cutdown date coming up, John, on Tuesday, 3 Central Time. And it's the first time they've gone from 90 to 53. And that means that the next day, your practice squad and a player is down for Seattle, and they got on them so quick I couldn't tell. Although now we're getting a look at him. Looks like Kobe Bryant. And he spells his first name C-O-B-Y. Unlike the late, great Kobe Bryant. K-O-B. Let's see, who is that? Am I got the right guy? No, it is Bush. Excuse me, Devin Bush. Devin Bush is the player who comes as an unrestricted free agent from Pittsburgh. The fifth-year player out of Michigan. Let's see if we can watch this again and see where he got it.
Looks like the tackle there was Samori Toure. Wide receiver as a returner, bringing the wood there on that. Running physical. Taking it to the linebacker.
Anyway, that practice squad can be put together on Wednesday after the cut down to 53, John, on Tuesday.
Which is so dangerous because there is a pool now that's going to be flooded with talented players from all around the NFL. And Packers got to wonder to themselves how many of our guys are going to get plucked from them.
Emmanuel Wilson. Oh, we got a nice block downfield as he was taking the ball, and Jadakiss Pons led the way. A good run, another one by Wilson in this preseason. He's down to the 47-yard line of Seattle and picks up 17 for Green Bay.
And you can see the speed there out of Emmanuel Wilson, able to make the linebacker miss right here in the hole. Great job. When you give him a hole that he can work on the second level, he can make explosive plays for you. A little bit of a slow start for Wilson here, but a couple big-time runs already in the third quarter.
First down and 10. It's Wilson again. Newman trying to lead block. And then gobbled up as he got to the 44 of Seattle. Picks up about 3. Wilson was briefly with Denver, the Broncos in May, and then released. And that's when Green Bay signed him shortly thereafter.
And not just speed, but the ability to make a man miss. He made Arquan Bush, the cornerback, point blank in the wide open field, just made a miss. Didn't even get a hand on him. Those are the types of things that make general managers think twice before letting you go. Not only do you have speed, but you can make guys miss as well. Now, can you pass pro? Can you receive the football in addition?
Second down, 7. Here comes Wilson. Upended by Arquan Bush out of Cincinnati, the rookie free agent, with a gain of 3. And down to the 41-yard line, our player to watch, presented by your Wisconsin Toyota dealers. And Emmanuel Wilson was one of the guys you circled before the game.
Yeah, because he's in an all-out battle with Patrick Taylor. If they're going to keep a third running back, it's going to be one of those two. Now, chances are you could try and put them both on the practice squad, take a chance that if one gets picked up, you still have a second one there. We talked about all the good things that Patrick Taylor does. Emmanuel Wilson's kind of the wild card that has an immense upside.
Nate McCreary is checked in, and he will run and right into the grasp of Matt Gotel out of West Florida. Want to remind you, Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and snap up the Toyota that's right for you. Hurry in before it ends. Toyota, let's go places. 4th and 1.
Matt LaFleur already kicked a 57-yarder,
yes,
going to the north end zone with the wind. Chooses to go for it here on 4th down instead of a 55-yarder into a slight one.
Wilson is in. 4th and 1. Tight end Kraft will push the rookie quarterback, Sean Clifford. Rookie pushing rookie. And we'll see where they spot him. They give him a first down. Big play on this drive. The 17-yard run by Emmanuel Wilson.
Now the tight end should really get an assist here. He should get an assist. There should be a statistic for if I'm pushing you and you're getting the first down, I get an assist. They'll say good job and he'll get all the attaboys when they go into the meeting rooms, but there should be a statistic here, Kevin. Assist by the tight end.
I'm all for it, John. I can see you mean business. All right, the Pack quarter was scoreless. 7 total punts, 4 total first downs from the Seattle 37. It's 1st and 10 for Green Bay, starting the 4th. Emmanuel Wilson swerving inside and then holding on for dear life was John Radigan with a gain of 4 on the play. There's also something else going on among the officials. They're going down to 6 as just kind of a dress rehearsal for the season in case a official would, John, get injured on a play and they'd have to go from 7 to 6. So the umpire is taking over here in this case, and that is Stephen Woods. 2nd down and 6. And Wilson again plowing ahead and down to the 29-yard line of Seattle.
And Kevin, the reason for that is there's a few instances throughout the course of a season with all these football games that a referee could be injured. We've seen it happen here at Lambeau Field a few times, and when he gets taken off the field, everybody's roles change and everybody starts doing different jobs. You may get eyes that can't see one certain spot or eyes that can't see a certain spot, and then all the calls that are made, they're made by a different person. So this is good work here for the officials as well in the preseason.
3rd down and 2, and you saw what happened right
False
there.
start.
Newman.
Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So the lines remaining the same. Jones at 72. Ryan at the right. Make it Ryan at the left guard. Caleb Jones at the left tackle. Empey at the center. Then Newman at the right guard. And Nyman is staying at the right tackle.
How would you grade Stephen Woods there on that call?
Timer, please reset the game clock to 13:52.
I was going to set the game clock.
Play will start on my snap.
He was ready for this opportunity. It's like a backup quarterback.
He
if he gets a
That's
chance,
right. That's right.
you don't give him a chance to take it away from you.
Well,
You got to run with it.
And it's smart for the league to go through these
Yes.
exercises.
Completely.
3rd and 7. With the penalty back at the 34 of Seattle. Alex Magoo played it forward to International. Winding up, underneath, dropped. With the flags thrown on Steele, they were going for Cody Crest.
Pass interference. Defense, number 29. Automatic 1st down. The ball will be placed in the spot.
Now, I know we're going to talk about the pass interference, but I want you to take note there of Emmanuel Wilson stepping up in the A-gap, playing a twist off with the center, and being able to take an entire gap himself. Those are the types of things he's going to have to prove as a young back that he can do in addition to running with the football. Check that box off for him.
Wilson the back with the 1st and 10 at the Seattle 20. And trying to dig away and cannot find a whole lot of room right there. John Radigan again out of Army makes the stop. So they've had the joint practices during this camp, John. And they were with Cincinnati for 2 practices and New England with 2 practices. And I think both teams felt like whoever they were playing, the Bengals or the Patriots, felt like that with the Packers was good both ways. Helped the teams in camp.
Teams love the joint practices, and you can see the progress that's made from this team before they took their field for those practices and then after that week of practices and then the preseason games.
Magoo on 2nd down and 11. That is hauled in by Austin Allen. He was the Big Ten tight end of the year, the Qualic Clark winner. He picks up a yard. So now it'll be 3rd and 10. Austin Allen was with the Packers the final couple games of last season.
And Allen is just a huge target, standing 6'8", 253. And he's a guy now that has an opportunity to do something here with the injury to Tyler Davis.
He played in Nebraska, 3rd down and 10. Behind in the block at the right tackle. That's caught by Bonds, who's grabbed by Lance Boykin, rookie free agent out of Coastal Carolina. He's down to the 11, about a yard shy of a first, gain of 9, 4th and 1 coming up.
Matt LaFleur electing to go for it with these offensive players having limited reps throughout these preseason games. Wants to see if anybody has a chance to do something special, get one last exclamation point in their book before cuts.
4th and 2, they call it right now. Wilson tries to corkscrew his way to the 1st down. It will be close. The Packer lineman is down. Is that Royce Newman? It is, who's slow to get up, number 70. And the athletic training staff of the Packers will go out and check on him. The early stages of this 4th quarter. Last 2 seasons, he has been the starting right guard. And he got caught up as he was trying to block. An injury timeout, even though he has seen a lot of action the last 2 years. The Packers were short on the run when they measured, so on downs they get it back to Drew Lock. And on 1st and 10 going deep. What a catch and a terrific throw and grab by Winston. He's up to the 41-yard line of Seattle, picking up 30 and getting out of his position at the 6-yard line. A great catch. First down. Lock again in the gun. Handoff here to Roderick Thompson. Swerves inside, hit by Benny Sapp, gets 3 out to the 44. That 30-yard gain through the air was the longest of this game to Aesop Winston. He's out of Washington State. Drew Lock signed a 1-year contract extension for $4 million, the quarterback for Seattle. For this season, preseason got underway. 1st and 10. Make it 2nd down and 7. And in motion there was Winston. And Lock. Good time. Dumps it off. Thompson there, but a nice tackle made by the Green Bay Packers' newest linebacker, Marvin Pierre. Originally an Arizona Cardinal. He was there in May. They released him. He was just signed this week. A rookie free agent out of Kent State. 3rd down and 6. Lock will run it himself. He needs to get by midfield. And he may, because he didn't go feet first, get the first down to the 49 of the Packers. As he was going up the middle, showed some athletic ability right there. He was a terrific high school basketball player. And he got the first down. He needed 6, and he got John Kuhn right at that 6-yard gain.
A designed quarterback draw from 3rd and 6. That's an interesting call right there. Either that or he just dropped back and told the line, go. I saw the center getting out in front of him on that one. He had big Oluwatumi up there. Oh, my goodness, what a call.
It's 1st down and 10. It's Roderick Thompson. And grabbed as Benny Sapp got him low and allowed only a 3-yard gain. Sapp's dad played in the NFL for a lot of different teams.
Brenton Cox in the backfield again, creating havoc. Want to be able to turn the corner a little bit quicker there, be able to get another TFL. He's already got a couple times he's got TFLs in this ball game.
Today's replay is presented by UW Credit Union. 2nd down and 7. A big 30-yard pass completion by Lock from his 6. Got them breathing space. Here he is outside. That's the guy that caught that long pass, Aesop Winston. He's a 3rd-year wide receiver out of Washington State. And he's got the first down to the Green Bay 35. And a pickup on the play of 11.
The entire Packer defense, for the most part, falling for that run fake, leaving Aesop Winston wide open in the flat. Easy pitch and catch there for a guy like Drew Lock.
The safeties are Calvin Levitt along with Benny Sapp. That safety position still is in play. 1st and 10. Lock going deep. He's got him at the 10. Winston to the 1. And finally hit down by Elijah Hamilton, signed this week. He picks up 33, and it's a 1st and goal for Seattle.
You look here from the wide copy, and Aesop Winston just getting a step there on Elijah Hamilton.
Hamilton is out of Louisiana Tech. He was undrafted last year by Miami and in their camp. He played in the XFL this spring for St. Louis. Played his first 4 years of college football at Vanderbilt. It's 1st and goal. Lock. Coming at him. Cox chasing to the end zone. The receiver slipped. And it's incomplete. The tight end slipping. Hebert. Incomplete. 2nd down and goal.
Fortunate there for the Packers as Tariq Carpenter was in between coverage on 2 different open Seahawk defenders. Drew Lock choosing to go the end line there in the end zone. And a good thing that tight end slipped because he had him for a touchdown.
Second down and goal. Roderick Thompson is in the backfield line. Thompson digs, submarines. He gets to the 1 and gets a yard. Third and goal coming up. Long pass completions from their 6-yard line where they got it when Green Bay turned it over on downs. On a 4th and 2, they couldn't get the first. Winston's caught 2 for 30 and 33 yards. And that puts them right now at the 1. Third and goal.
See if we can get a goal line stand here. I feel pretty confident saying Pete Carroll will probably go for this thing, Kevin. so we got 2 downs to make a stop.
Drew Lock. Thompson will pull it in for a touchdown for Seattle. And they have taken a 1-point lead over the Packers with 6.5 to play here in the 4th quarter. Seattle came in with 2 wins in this preseason. Beat the Cowboys last week. Beat the Vikings the week before.
A couple big pass plays out of Drew Lock on that drive. Some efficient running. Keep the Packers defense out on the field with a little bit of hurry up. Get them tired. A lot of confusion going on in that secondary now with a lot of guys getting their first tosses into the game. And now Seattle's going to try and go for 2.
Yeah, a couple guys on that drive were just signed this week. Going to go for 2. And Lock with Cox bearing down, gets it off. And the guy that scores the touchdown. Cody Crest is back to get the kickoff from Seattle's Jason Myers, who made the Pro Bowl a season ago. And the boot. Crest is back there, played 4 years at Harvard and finished up at Sam Houston State. So we saw the players in various garb. And here's how John Kuhn handled.
Where did you guys find that?
Serious.
You got to have some good fun.
Yeah, good hats, overalls.
That's the best part.
You feel pretty confident about yourself.
There we go. That's a good one, yeah. Oh, buddy.
Maverick.
Where'd you get these from?
What do you think we're doing all week?
They never go away, right?
I know,
you get stills and they're always
there
in the ether.
First down and 10. Alex Magoo, who was an original 7th-round pick for Seattle, is the quarterback for Green Bay. Continues in that role. First and 10. McCrary will try to find something up the middle. New lineman in there is Gene DeLance, who tries to lead the way in a gain of 4 for McCrary. He's up near the Green Bay 29.
McCrary keeping the legs, driving, almost squirted out of that thing. That was close. That was close to being a big play.
Kadeem Telford now playing the left tackle. As again, now they're going 3 and 4 deep on that offensive line here in the final 6 minutes of this 2023 preseason. Second down and 6. Magoo at the block, spins away, and twirls again, close to the first down. Green Bay quarterbacks have run well. Gain of 5 right there, breaking a couple tackles as Alex Magoo, who is the MVP of the championship game.
Good pick up there by the running back McCrary, and then Magoo just pulling a whirling dervish out of his hat, getting down the field, sets up a very short 3rd down.
He's the MVP of the USFL championship game this past spring, playing for Birmingham. 3rd and 1. With McCrary at his side, McCrary the call, and he has the first down. And a gain of 6. Lance, what do you have down on the sideline?
Hey, a couple of very minor things. Sean Clifford, you probably saw a ice pack on his right forearm, just a little bit of a bruise. He could have come back into the game if it wasn't Magoo's turn. And Royce Newman also checks out okay. So obviously, better than that than being injured. So back to you guys up in the U.S. Cellular broadcast booth.
You're right, Lance. Don't want any injuries, right, John, this last preseason game.
Yeah, you talk about guys coming out here and putting things on film that might make the general manager think twice. The other thing that can happen in some of these games is you get an injury that really can trip up what you're going to do with the roster.
McCrary on the first down carry, and Jordan Ferguson came through to get him. And he loses 4, and it's back to the 36. Each team with 3 timeouts. Packers, who have led most of this game, now trail by 3 after the 1-yard touchdown run by Thompson moments ago. And a couple long pass completions by Drew Lock to get him in scoring position. Packers are 1-1 in this preseason. Even the last week's game against the Patriots suspended. It was a New England win. 2nd down, 14. McGough going deep. Bonds! He's got him inside the 15. What a great throw! He beats Benji Franklin. 53-yard completion. Woo, wow, what a throw! And a terrific catch by Jadakiss Bonds.
You see McGough gets to the bottom of his drop and just puts that thing in a bucket. When they throw into those nets that you see on family night in the practice, it's for a reason, so they can get the arc and put them in there for the wide receivers.
52 yards officially, and Alex McGough, he'll get it with the 1st and 10. McCrary will take it, and he'll spin his way for about a yard, maybe 2 inside the Seattle 10. 52-yard completion. That's the Packers' first play of 20-plus yards in this game, and he beat Benji Franklin out of Tarleton State.
You see Jadakiss Bonds there getting away with a very subtle nudging of the shoulder pad. And a lot of times you can get that nudge as long as you don't completely extend the elbow there. So no harm, no foul on that one. Great result.
Bonds is out of Hampton. Rookie free agent. 2nd down 8. McGough rifles one inside, looking for Deuce Watts. Incomplete. Very congested in there. Jarek Reed among a couple of Seahawks defending. 3rd down and 8. As you can tell, field goal would tie it. And right now they're well within the range of their rookie kicker, Anders Carlson.
And you can see there, once you hit the red zone, everything gets congested. The safeties get closer to the line of scrimmage. The linebackers are now in throwing windows. So you got to be very careful about your timing of these throws, especially across the middle.
And by the way, there is no overtime in preseason. 3rd down and 8. McGough, and caught with a spin and down to the 2. Great catch made by Cody Crest out of Sam Houston State. Before that, Harvard got it. It's a 1st and goal to go inside the 2 for the Packers.
And I love the heart of Cody Crest this week and all through training camp. He's been doing all the dirty things, all the little things right. This week gets a separated finger, a pinky, and for a receiver, that's terrible news. If he was Romeo Doubs, if he's Christian Watson, they're probably icing the thing down, doing treatment on it.
Completion to a rookie free agent wide receiver, puts him inside. It's 1st and goal. Here comes McCrary, digging, turning, touchdown. Nate McCrary, after the big 52-yard completion by McGough to Jadakiss Bonds, sets it up, and the Packers have reclaimed the lead.
Great drive here from McGough. Great drive here from some of the young, not very much heard of Packer players. Jadakiss Bonds, Cody Crest, Nate McCrary, all doing a little part here.
Here's a big extra point by Carlson to try to make it a 4-point Green Bay lead. And he does. Perfect right there. Had a PAT blocked earlier in the game. He's also connected on a 57-yard field goal and a 43-yard Anders Carlson field goal. But McCrary took it in from a yard after a long completion by the 3rd-string quarterback of Green Bay.
This time at training camp.
New quarterback is in for the Seattle Seahawks. Holton Ahlers. He's a lefty. As you can see in a 1st and 10 throw, grabbed there by Sal Cannella, who was re-signed this week. He's a tight end out of Auburn. They pick up 5. Again, 3 timeouts remaining. You see the clock. And they've got the rookie free agent out of East Carolina, Holton Ahlers, a record holder at that school, in for the first time. And what a position to come in on. With 5 wide, 2nd and 5 up the middle, he runs. and grabbed in the open area right there by Jimmy Phillips, a rookie free agent from SMU. Gaining 6, getting the first down, John.
And you're watching Seattle, and they look a little discombobulated with all their young guys on offense, but the defense is equally discombobulated.
Ahlers is in there. Thompson at his side. First down and 10. Up the middle he goes. Caught. Nice grab. Great throw as he finds Tyjon Lindsey out of Oregon State, a rookie free agent. And he goes to the Packer 41-yard line. Gain of 24. Again, 3 timeouts Seattle, and here's a timeout taken right now. Seattle takes the timeout with 1:01 to go. So Holden Ahlers has come in for Coach Pete Carroll and done a nice job with some good throws. And I think you mentioned this before. Packers have got a couple guys on defense they signed this week, and the defensive assignments, especially in a situation like this, may be a little gray.
Especially with the 2-minute drill, Kevin. Joe Barry is trying to make sure these guys can just get aligned right. Some of these guys have only been here for a few days. He's trying to get them where their feet are on the proper blades of grass, and yet the Seattle Seahawks are having problems getting plays in and getting lined up as well. You never know what you're going to see at the end of a 2-minute drill in a preseason game.
Here they go with the 1st and 10. From the Packer 41, Ahlers out of the pocket, on the move, looking downfield, and incomplete coverage by Tyrell Ford. From the Canadian Football League, he was a top pick. He's from Ontario, came up with some of the coverage on that play. 2nd down and 10.
Even with the incompletion, Seattle's still running a hurry-up. Interesting move.
With 3 timeouts, 2nd down and 10. Ahlers. He's being chased right here by Banks, and downfield and incomplete. Looking for Justin Marshall, a rookie free agent out of Buffalo. Nice coverage down there, and again it was Ford, but he was being chased by Keyshawn Banks.
Nice swipe move there by Banks to disengage him from the tackle. Able to put that pressure on the quarterback. Now, left-handed quarterback, Kevin, you got to anticipate him rolling out to his left. Something to keep in mind here for these young Packer players.
Good point. 3rd down and 10. Ahlers out of the pocket, throwing short. Thompson's got it, and bumped out of bounds by Jimmy Phillips, but looks like he's caught and run for the 1st down. He has. To the Green Bay 30 and stopping the clock effectively at 43 seconds with a gain of 11, and he got his running back as an outlet.
Some of the keys that you would have you scouted a 3rd-string quarterback like you do a starting quarterback. Obviously, the Packers did not do that for this game.
Holden Ahlers is probably going to go on the practice squad for Seattle. Here's a 1st and 10. Dropped. SaRodorick Thompson. It's incomplete. He's got their only touchdown run today. They also got a touchdown pass to Bobo earlier in the game. It's 2nd down and 10 for Seattle. Clock at 39 seconds.
Seahawks doing a little subbing. Packers not. Defensive line's a little gassed right now. They're going to have to dig down deep.
2nd down and 10 for Holden Ahlers. Rookie free agent from East Carolina. Dumps it off. Thompson again. On the move and shoved out of play. Phillips is there. Stops the clock at 33 seconds. Gets just outside the Green Bay 25 and picks up John Ford.
Down 11 tried to press that screen, force it back inside. Unfortunately, got too caught up, but the tackle there was not able to keep it in bounds. Now Seattle to stop the clock.
Tulapapa has come in as a running back. Ahlers, 3rd and 6, underneath. Tulapapa comes up with the catch. He played at Washington. He's a rookie free agent running back. He gets to the Green Bay 15. He picks up 11 on the play, and a timeout taken by Seattle. It is the 2nd on this drive. 27 seconds left.
I mean, I'd like to say Joe